Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. The rumor arrived the way bad news often does these days, without warning, without context, and far too fast. One moment, fans were scrolling through their phones on an ordinary morning. The next, a shocking headline flashed across screens. Something terrible had supposedly happened to Kelly Ripa's husband, Mark Consuelos. Within minutes, panic spread. Comments poured in. Is this real? Please tell me this isn't true. Heart emojis mixed with crying faces as fans rushed to social media, desperate for answers. For many, Kelly and Mark weren't just celebrities, they were comfort figures. Morning routines had been built around laughter shared over their playful banter, their long-lasting marriage admired in a world where love stories often fade. And now, according to the rumor mill, something was terribly wrong. The false news had all the ingredients of viral chaos: vague wording, emotional language, and just enough familiarity to feel believable. It hinted at tragedy without clearly stating facts, allowing fear to fill in the blanks. Some posts implied illness, others suggested separation. A few even took a darker turn, alarming fans even more. But here's the truth: none of it was real. As the panic grew, more careful fans began to slow down and look for reliable sources. Something didn't add up. Major news outlets were silent. Kelly Ripa herself hadn't posted anything unusual. Mark Consuelos, known for his warmth and humor, was nowhere near the shadowy story being shared. Then came the relief. The so-called news was traced back to clickbait, content designed not to inform but to provoke emotion. By using dramatic headlines and half-sentences, the creators had successfully captured attention, trading truth for clicks. There was no accident, no illness, no heartbreaking announcement, just a misleading story dressed up as urgency. When the clarification finally spread, the emotional whiplash was intense. Fans exhaled together. "This scared me for no reason," one person commented. Another wrote, "I hate how these fake stories play with our feelings." Many felt embarrassed for believing it, but most felt angry that something so personal had been exploited for attention. Kelly and Mark, meanwhile, carried on as usual. Their relationship, built over decades, strengthened by honesty, humor, and mutual respect, remained untouched by the digital storm. In fact, their normalcy was the clearest proof of all. Smiling photos, casual interviews, everyday life continuing without disruption. Yet the incident left a mark. It reminded fans how quickly misinformation can spread, especially when emotions are involved. When people care deeply, fear travels faster than facts. And in the age of instant sharing, a single misleading headline can spark global panic in seconds. But there was something beautiful in the aftermath too. Fans rallied, not just in relief, but in loyalty. Messages of love flooded timelines, celebrating the couple and condemning fake news culture. People urged one another to pause, verify, and protect their peace before hitting share. In a strange way, the false news did the opposite of what it intended. Instead of tearing something down, it highlighted how deeply Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos are cherished, how much their story matters, how real connection between people on a screen and people watching from their homes still exists. By the end of the day, the panic had faded, the tears turned into laughter, and the headline that once caused fear became a lesson. Not everything you read is true. Not every shock deserves belief. And sometimes the scariest stories are nothing more than noise. As fans closed their apps and returned to their lives, one feeling remained stronger than the fear ever was: relief.